Hello, and welcome back to Legacy of the Wizard. If I don't sound enthusiastic, it's because I haven't been looking forward to doing this part of the game. It's stressful enough without also recording commentary, because this part is fatiguing. Alright, so we're grabbing our key stick there, and since I don't think I've explicitly mentioned this before, the number being in white means that your current character can use that item, and the violet means that they cannot. Like Meyna can't use this glove or this mattock, but she can use most of the things. So we'll exit here, and we left off deep in Meyna's area. I think we're about 15 floors deep in the dungeon here. We could go over and get that chest, but it's just a life-restoring food item. Just make our way over here, where we'll be able to drop down. Like I mentioned, there's a trapdoor right here. It's actually one you have to press on. I mentioned last time taking this path so we didn't fall by accident, but yeah, you actually have to press on that one for it to collapse. Get a little bit of money, which is good because we'll probably be resting at a couple of more inns before this is all done. It's kind of... I mean, just like being away from the house is innately pretty stressful to me, but it's good to know that inns are always 10 gold. So there's always one available to you. You're only the next inn away from getting your HP and magic restored. Alright, so this block just to my left, see how those like 2 base rows of pixels are colored red? Yeah, there's a mimic there. This is the absolute worst part of Meyna's section of the dungeon. There are these mimics that just mimic as space, and the only way to identify them is that they've got those bottom 2 pixels. But, fortunately, you can actually fight them without touching them, unlike the chest mimics. We just have to make sure that we spot them, because like the other mimics, I think they hit you for 5 if you touch them, which is just miserable. And yeah, it's a lot of damage, especially since if you just walk through it, if you don't react quickly enough, you'll take damage from it twice, and be down quite a lot. This is a classy ghost. Look at that hat, little bowler cap. Fight him. Poison again. Yeah, if I could change one thing about this game, it would be the poison. I would make it drop half as often and stick around half as long. Like, I understand that the timer on it is kind of important because it discourages you from waiting for poison, because while you're waiting, a lot of enemies will respawn. So if you don't want to have to fight enemies over again, it's advantageous sometimes to just take the poison. I don't think this cross will do much. Alright, we're actually going to go take the wings up this way. Yeah, another reason that this part of the game is a pain is because all 3 of the items we've got require the use of magic. So our magic is being depleted pretty quickly, especially since we also have to fight a lot of guys here. And since we need all 3 of those items, we can't exactly bring magic potions with us. We just have to use inns when we get the chance. Let's see, don't need to go that way. I think, I'm not sure what's over there. I think this is the way we're headed. Zap that eyeball, pick up some more magic. I think we only shot twice to kill it, so we made a profit of magic there. Take the upper path. And this is all traps, so we're just going to wing through it. Yeah, it looks like you can make those jumps, but you can't. We have to take the wing across these spikes. Whenever there's a passage that's only 1 tall, has solid blocks above it and spikes below it, you can only get through with the wings. You can't possibly walk that, even if you use the holding up trick, even if you take damage. You can't walk through it unless you have the wings equipped. And that's how it enforces this area as Meyna only. Yeah, most of the crowns, if you get crafty, you can get with more than 1 character. Fairly sure that this area is off limits to everyone but Meyna because of passages like that. See if I remember my way through here. I think we're going to go left and then drop down. It should be the last time in this puzzle we use the wings. Christmas trees are gold here. Fight that. It takes 3 hits to kill those, so we make a little bit less profit off of the bottle it drops. It's too bad. Let's see what this chest is. I don't remember. Okay. I would really like for some of these health restoring items to be magic restoring items instead. Maybe I'm better off taking hits from monsters for that reason. Alright, here's a shop that sells the wings and the key rod, but key stick rather, but we have both of those. Also, they're really pricey. Oh, crap. Get off me. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Taking a lot of damage there. Okay. Guess we're going up this way. And I'll use keys. Sure. Gotta hold on to our magic while we can. Here we're going up to where those soldiers are. I'll use the key stick on this passage at least a couple of times, then we'll switch back to regular keys. Yeah, always keep one key, because the key stick can only be used to open doors, not chests. So you want to keep one key in case you need to open a chest, like the one with the crown in it, for example. It's really easy, if you're not thinking, to get to Meyna's crown and not be able to open it, just because there are a lot of locked doors in the way. Yeah, it's tempting to buy this potion, but we're not going to have the chance to use it, so we'll carry on. Also, you notice the key stick there is a lot cheaper than the last one we saw. It's only 60 this time. Stupid mummy. Alright, we're just going to take the damage there, because I can't afford to use any more magic fighting these losers. High path or low path? Ooh, there's an inn. Okay. High path it is! Yeah, I'll go ahead and use 10 of our... Oh, I didn't notice that mimic there. Alright, we'll make sure to fight him on the way out. It didn't really matter since we were resting anyway. It's actually good that we ran into him. We know this time. Yeah, that's the ticket. Alright, shoot this 3 times it looks like. He even drops a key, which isn't surprising since we are down to just one of them. Scroll's nice. No poison, thank you. Yeah, high path here. Walk over those spikes. And here's another one of those narrow passages that you have to use the wings to get across. And, okay, this chest here contains 20 keys, I believe. That'll help us conserve our magic as we go forward, because there will be a lot more locked doors in our way. And it's nice to use keys while we can. Conserve our magic for fighting and for wings, you know. Whew. I like this enemy. It seems that you only run into them here. It's got like a sleeping cap, I guess. Oh, oops. Should have known better. Let's jump over it this time. And up here, there is a chest that'll restore our magic, I believe. It's behind a few keys. Guess we can use the stick since we're restoring our magic anyway. Ah, okay. Very nice. Not at the moment we most needed it, because we did just use it in a minute ago, but it's welcome nonetheless. Let's use magic through here. And there's a path to our left. I think we need to hook up to the right? Yeah, okay. No. Let's see. There it is, okay. Fight this octopus, get some gold. Have to use the wings here. Yeah, we're not quite ready to use an inn yet, so I feel safe walking past that one. Ah, really aggressive monster there. Got a key, it's nice. And some money. Alright, that ensures that we'll be able to continue using inns into the foreseeable future. Restore our life. Yeah, they give you a lot of those. It's kind of insulting. They have to know that we'd be running low on magic a lot in this part. And here's a room I like. I like jumping across these columns. It's not the sort of thing you see elsewhere in the game, because you can only really do this puzzle when someone has the wings, because otherwise they'd be able to fall down and never be able to get out. You could make it drop to a lower room, I guess, but that would just be the most irritating. Alright, take a scroll from that Cyclops. See, I think you can jump up. Oops. Jump up here somewhere, so I should try it. shorten our path slightly. Yeah, I think that's the one I was thinking of. We'll wing-a-ling through here. And through here. Take those off whenever we can to conserve magic. Speaking of conserving magic, I should not be fighting these guys, but my instincts take over whenever there's an enemy in my way. I feel like I should fight it. We can shortcut up there, but first I'm going to go over here, and for the sake of 100% completion, we're going to get this armor. So we now have every item in the game, well, one of every item in the game, excluding the Dragon Slayer. We of course have 2 crowns to get, and I'm sure there are many, many chests remaining in the game that we won't be getting in this playthrough. Our magic's low enough that I'll use this in. And there will be no need to switch out any items here, because I'm fairly certain we still need all 3 of these. Ah, and then there was an enemy there that I should have spotted. Spot this one, though. I see you. Oh, come on. Do I have to touch this one first? Oh. Maybe he just had a lot more health than the other ones. Okay, well, we'll wing up to the next room. And you can see that highest road there, the one with all of the locked doors, that leads to a jump shoes, actually. We bought that in Lil's section of the dungeon, because I think that the only chest in the game containing them is this one right here, and to have gotten it, we would have not only had to have come this deep, but probably already had a key stick. And it was just a lot easier for us to buy that. If you were going out of your way to never use shops, well, you'd have a lot of trouble with bosses, but aside from that, you know, it would have taken a lot longer to have gotten Lil's crown, because you would have had to come here. Although, like I said, maybe it's possible to get that crown with Meyna, and then you just never need the jump shoes? That could be too. I haven't thought much about it. No, I think you need the jump shoes with Rose later. Alright, we're going to... You know, I'm going to play it ultra safe, and I'm going to use this in. Because we're going to be taking some damage, and just doing it while I can. Okay, get the wings. Head here, shoot this guy. I see you, guy. Come on, do I really have to touch him first? It looks like I do. I thought we tried that one earlier, and I didn't have to touch him, though. I didn't have to touch that one. Yeah, I bet you didn't spot that one. My eyes aren't perfectly trained to it, but I have these vague recollections of dying in these places. There's one right there, too. I don't think staying in this inn is necessary. It wasn't necessary the last time either, but it would be even more gratuitous to use this one. Besides, there's at least one more inn before the crown, possibly 2. Yeah, we're still not to the crown yet. Like I said, this part of the game is massive. Oh. Yeah, there's still one more inn, but as you can see, we are right above the crown. Let's get our rod here. Push that. And for some reason, changing between the rod and the key stick, it just glitches sometimes. And it takes a few seconds before you can actually start using the key stick. Don't know what the deal is with that. Oh, I guess I can't use keys either. Maybe it's just you can't open doors while that thing is moving? That's the worst. Oh, and crap, now I'm out of keys, so I'm gonna have to kill something. So that I'll be able to open the chest that contains the crown. Do I still sound unenthusiastic? Because I am. It's just so fatiguing being in the dungeon this long. It really gets to you. Ah, crap. How do I do this? I know I've done this before. It's possible. Taking so much damage. Here we are. Perfect. And we're close to the next inn, so I think I can just use the wings here. Make this part easier on me. On myself. There's a guy there. I see him. Ah. Took more damage than I feel was necessary. We got the key though, so we're good there. Ooh, another key even. Alright, let's rest up. Oh, sorry about that cut there. We're back. Alright, so we just rested up at an inn, and we're just short of Meyna's crown, so we're going to take with us the shield now. And we still need the wings, and we still need the key sticks, so unfortunately we can't buffer ourselves with any potions. We just have to march on and hope for the best. Yeah, this will be the most difficult boss we've seen yet. It's Archwinger. And yeah, we're going to want to conserve as much magic as we can, which is why I'm not fighting that guy. Yeah, Archwinger is difficult. He can kill us in 2 hits, so if possible, we're going to try to not get hit by him at all. We'll see how that goes. Luckily, there are places you can stand where it's difficult for him to get to you. Oh wow, we took enough damage off of just that eye guy there that Archwinger may only be able to touch us once. Or rather, Archwinger touching us once might kill us at this point. Alright, wish me luck. Alright, we get the crown. But I'm not happy to be getting that crown because it's boss time. Okay, so we've already got our shield equipped, so these deal no damage to us. If we unequip the shield for some reason, we'd take a lot of damage, not as much damage as we would touching him. Alright, I like to position myself right here. He can fit through this passage, but he has to come in at just the right angle to do it. Alright, and we're going to shoot in short bursts, because if your projectile encounters his projectile, the 2 of them cancel each other out. And yeah, you can see that happening. So if you only shoot one at a time, you'll never hit him. And we're having a pretty low success rate with bursts. I haven't dealt any damage yet. Come on. This is annoying. We're gonna have to do a lot better than this. There we go. There's some damage. Come on, Archwinger. Yeah, and we just have to keep our fingers crossed he never makes it into this cave, because we're screwed if he does. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, okay. I have never beaten that boss so painlessly before. Whew. We just got incredibly lucky, I feel. But whatever, I'll take it. 3 crowns down, 1 to go. Alright, thank you, Meyna, and thank you, viewers. Whew. 4th crown next time. See you then.